Kira Motors project for the next 4 years. And in studio with us is Professor Sandy Stevens Tikodri Togboa, the project's principal investigator. Welcome.
No, executive chairman now.
All right, so the title has changed over time.
It's changed.
All right, all right.
Yeah, right.
Then that is okay. Now, we will start at the point of understanding the history of this project. What was your vision?
Well, we started as Kira. Actually, we started as a vehicle design project. This is after we participated in the consortium of 31 universities that was headed by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The idea was to see how some of the technologies that the US, if you like, had used to go to space could be used to address transportation problems on Earth. So that team was to build a vehicle, small one, for the Indian market. And we were invited from Africa as the only university to participate in that. So this was in 2007. And in 2008, we participated in building that vehicle known as Vision 200. Yeah. Brought it out in, that was in August. It was displayed in Europe. I couldn't afford to bring it here because I didn't have the market. And at that time, the president had not yet known me. So when I came back, I assembled a team under the current CEO now, Paul Isaac Musasizi, that please, you can be assured that the skills we acquired during the last 1 year or so is enough for us to design our own vehicles and build it. So that is really the root cause of
Professor,
Kira EV.
Yeah, fast forward now. We have 3 models from the Kira project, and this is the Kira EV POC in 2011, the Kira EV Smack, a sedan hybrid in 2014, and the Kayola bus, the solar bus in 2016.
Very good question.
Yeah. Where are we now?
Can I just say something about those 3 and then tell you where we are now?
Precisely.
Kira EV, the lime green vehicle, was basically a demonstration of proof of concept that we had the capacity, we had the means, we had the discipline to produce these vehicles. Kira EV Smack, the black one, was to enable us to extend the range, the vehicle, the cover, once we begin producing it. It's a hybrid. Now, the Kayola was intended to address the public transportation issues of this country, particularly taking advantage of the fact that in this country you have 8 hours of very intense sun from which you can get the energy to drive the vehicle, along with the battery that is on there. So as to where we are now, as I said, the first is the proof of concept, the second is to extend the range, and the third, the Kayola, is to use the local facilities around to enable us to move. So as we move now, we are engaged now in constructing the startup plant in Jinja. And before that, we did some, of course, business studies, and the business case is what informed us as to what we would go. Initially, we wanted to start with pickups, because that is what the market wanted.
You just picked it from my script. I was going to ask you how viable is this to our country, and what market survey was done.
Yes, that is what the market indicated. But on reviewing, and given that one of our basic objectives is to add value to this whole process, not simply have a vehicle assembling plant where we can get these units from elsewhere, come assemble. We wanted local inputs, the iron, the lithium, and the cotton and so forth that we have in this country. So we have now opted to begin with the bus assembly. And as I talk now, we are already extending the power to the plant in Jinja, the 100 acres which was given to us by government through UIA. We are taking water already there. And we're also opening the access roads to the site. So by end of next year, we think we should have the assembly plant ready to begin to see if cars can roll out.
Are you going to work with some partners? Because
Exactly.
we have Rwanda, you know, that is working with Volkswagen, and then...
You know, the situation in which we are in is such that for quality assurance, you need partnership with people who are already experienced in that area. Okay. And indeed, yes, we are moving in that direction. Hopefully, in a month or so, we should have signed that MOU to enable us to move forwards with those assemblies. You can't do this alone. That would be very much the work of really a university, not commercialization of a project that you've taken that far.
Yeah. The funding, of course, over 100 billion for the next 4 years for the project. When do we see the first rollout?
This year, we've been allocated 24 billion this financial year. That is what will enable us to put up the startup plants. Okay. Now, we think that the first car coming out of that assembly plant should come out somewhere early 2020. And then, of course, alongside, we shall be trying to address issues of also public transportation. In other words, produce buses and see if we can operate them in the greater Kampala and attract maybe people to come and use these instead of perhaps the smaller cars. Remember, going forward in the next 1.5 decades or so, the whole concept of you owning a car may disappear, because that's where the developed world is going. Okay? Rather, you have cars that you call. Where you want to go, it will come maybe even autonomously without a driver to take you. We're not yet there. But we think that early 2020, the first car should be rolling out of that assembly plant.
Money is the source of, you know, all evil. Those, you know, are phrases that were put there before us. Now, an audit report this year shows that close to 600 million shillings was, you know, meant for the project went missing, and part of this money, they say, was used to pay tuition for 12 students who were not bonded. What does this spell out for the future of this project?
I think that report is inaccurate. I've tried to get in touch with the, you know, university authorities. Really, I don't know what is happening there. Okay? I also read it in the, you know, in the, I think, Monitor or Saturday. See, the way we operate is, I don't pay money. My CEO does not pay money. We generate programs that are funded. We submit this through the due processes. When these programs are approved is when we now submit requisitions that, please, we need to train these fellows up this skill. The kind of training these guys have undergone are not available here. You can only get it from those automotive, you know, countries with that high level of automotive industry. Okay? So we send them to US. But as to whether money has disappeared, really, I can't answer that.
All right, let's end this. Let's end this at the point of understanding. This project was meant to create 2,000 and 12,000 indirect and direct jobs. Shall we hit the target?
Over the up to year.
With the fact that, you know, our country always doesn't have the required skills hands-on at the moment, that we have to first train people to come and work, and this is a project that is already on ground.
No, the 1,000 people we're talking about are not the guys who are going to work in the factory. You have the people who are going to make the chairs for us. Okay? Already we had it in Kayola from Kibuli. Okay? We have the people who are going to provide the, you know, the materials for making the furnishing. Okay? We expect that people will be producing parts of these vehicles. It should be the small and the medium industry that should be producing this. Us as Kira Motors, we shall be designing, that is the engineering part, and then asking these small SMEs to produce those components, bring them to us as per our specification, and then integrate them. That is what Kira Motors is about.
All right, Professor.
Through that process, we think we can create all those jobs that you're talking about.
Thank you very much. Our time is, you know, run out fast. But, you know, thank you for making it here. We do, of course, hope to, you know, engage with you more and more.
Great.
That was Newsnight. And let's take a short break. We'll return shortly with more. All right. let's move on, because we do have point blank, and of